I'm Lindsay Gustin. Welcome to the show. Today we've invited cookbook author Diana Shermeyer, and she's going to make us an easy dinner menu from her cookbook, Chez Diana. And here we have your cookbook. So welcome to the show, Diana.
Well, thank you, Lindsay. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate the opportunity
Oh, it's nice to have you.
Cook for all of your viewers.
So tell us about yourself.
Okay. I was a federal employee. Lived in Fairfax County for a long time resident of Fairfax County. And when I retired from the federal government, I started putting together my cookbook and took some family recipes and some of the ones that I had just been making all my life. I took the recipes and put them all into the computer and put together my cookbook.
Fantastic, right. So you have some old-fashioned recipes there, I see.
Yes.
Very
yes,
nice,
yes.
good, yeah.
Some from my mother's, 3x5 cards with her handwriting on them that I had
Fantastic,
to
right.
put
So
in
what are
the
you
book.
making today?
Well, today I thought we'd start with the mushroom soup recipe. It's a very good recipe from the soup portion of the books. And then I thought we'd move on to the Caesar salad recipe. And then I thought lastly we'd do a pasta recipe.
Oh, well, sounds good.
Yeah.
We're right back with today's recipes. So welcome back. And here's our finished product, our mushroom soup. And you have some facts for me about mushroom soup.
Mushrooms are very low calorie, and they can be eaten either cooked or raw. And there's only 27 calories in a typical serving of mushrooms,
Fantastic.
which is a very good product.
And I see they're an excellent source of B and D vitamins.
Yes, they're very healthy as well as being very low calorie and low in fat and low in carbohydrates.
Sounds
as well.
good. Well, let's get started.
Healthy. Okay. We have 2 tablespoons of, you can use butter or olive oil. And to that we're going to add our onions.
Okay, 1 chopped up onion.
Yeah, it's not a whole onion. It's about 2 tablespoons of onion. And we're going to add our garlic.
All right.
We're going to press some garlic in there.
Well, gee, that's a nice garlic press.
Yeah. So that will give it some very healthy garlic flavor there.
A good flavor here. Yeah, right.
And then we're going to put our mushrooms right in there too.
Okay. So what type of mushrooms do you like to use?
I usually use buttons mushrooms
like
for these for this recipe. There are different kinds, and you could experiment with different kinds if you wanted to. But I love the taste of button mushrooms,
especially in this recipe.
And they should be sliced very well, thinly sliced.
I see that.
And we're just going to put those in there and let them cook.
Okay. Well, it smells good.
Yeah, and then we're going to.
So these have to get soft.
Yeah, the onions have to soften.
Oh, okay.
So we have to leave it until the onions get softened.
All right.
And you can use a pan without a lid for this.
Oh,
because,
you can?
Yes, it doesn't require a lid for this pan, for this recipe.
Okay.
And we're going to put some.
What do we have there?
2 tablespoons of flour in.
All right. Will that thicken it up?
That will be our thickening. Actually, we're going to have some flour with the evaporated milk when we put it in as well. So we're going to put 2 in there. And
well, like you said in your cookbook, the recipes are very easy, not many ingredients. And items that you would have around the house, not anything real exotic or special that you'd have to go out and buy.
Yeah, then we're gonna, once you've got that
How's this coming
flour,
along?
yeah, we're gonna add some chicken broth.
Okay,
And
a
this
cup.
is just canned, boxed
And it's
chicken
okay,
broth.
right?
Yeah, the you can use homemade if you wish, but these broths
Organic?
with the free range
You like
are
those?
very good.
Oh, all right.
It's easier than making your own.
Right.
So we're gonna add 2 cups
Okay.
to the
That'll make it good.
And then we're gonna add some more flour to the cream.
Yeah, it's coming
So
along.
the cream goes in next, but that needs to thicken up a little bit over there.
So the mushrooms have to get a little more done. Huh?
Yeah, so we're
Okay.
gonna let that.
I'll cut them up a little bit. That'll help.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna add some more flour to the.
Oh, so
to-
you put
and,
flour to the what?
And I use evaporated milk. The recipe calls for either cream or evaporated milk, but I usually have evaporated milk
On hand.
and I
Right.
don't always have cream, so
Yeah,
I
that's
tend
good.
to
So it's
use
something you'd
whatever
have.
I have. Yeah, so
You wouldn't have to store it. So, okay. So maybe we'll let this cook a little while,
yeah, that really probably needs to thicken up a
and we'll
little.
be right back.
Okay.
Welcome back. And our mushrooms and onions and everything are cooked. Now what?
We're going to add a little bit of either cream you could use or evaporated milk. And it's got a little bit more flour in it to thicken
Right.
the soup up a little bit
Stir
as
it
well.
around.
Yes. And then we're going to add just a little bit of salt. I don't salt my food very much, so but we're going to
All right.
add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper.
Well, it's looking good.
And then it has to cook a little bit more to thicken the.
Oh, to thicken it up. Yeah, right. All right.
So we're gonna do
Yeah, I got a little thicker.
that.
Okay. Think this is okay now?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, we'll put it here.
Okay.
And here we are. Oh, look at all those mushrooms. You put a lot of nice mushrooms in there. Yeah.
Mushrooms are very healthy.
There we are.
Good.
Perfect.
So, thank you.
So don't go away. And what will we have next?
We will be doing the Caesar salad recipe from my Chez Diana cookbook.
Be right
for
back.
the next.
The recipes we're making on today's show will be available on my website, that's chefsrecipes.org. Now we're going to make the Caesar salad, and it's from your cookbook here. And this one, there's a photograph of it in the cookbook. I want to show the viewers. Very nice, huh?
Yes. It's
And
one of
also, I had some information about Caesar salad that you gave me. Caesar salad was created by an Italian-American, Caesar Caldini, a resident of San Diego who owned a restaurant in Tijuana, Mexico. It was named after the chef who created it, not as many people think after Julius Caesar. It was believed to be the first created on the 4th of July, 1924. The 4th of July is National Caesar Salad Day because it is the birthday of Caesar salad. Very good.
Yes, and we're close to July 4th,
We
the
are,
National
right.
Caesar Salad Day.
All right.
And
so,
the original Caesar salad, as it was made, was said to have been made with the whole romaine lettuce leaf rather than the cut lettuce like this. And it was said that he served it at the table and people would pick up the Caesar salad, the romaine, on the dressing and eat it with their fingers. Yes.
Ah.
So we're not going to do that today. We're going to have the cut version.
cut chop.
Yes.
Okay.
And this recipe calls for garlic infused olive oil. So we're going to put that in the romaine
Right on top there.
Right on top like that. And then we're going to toss that
All right, and toss this. Okay.
in there.
This is another easy recipe.
Yes, very simple.
Great for this time of year,
yeah,
too, for
great.
summer, yeah,
Yes, it is. And then we're going to add the egg. This is an egg, and we toss that in there
Okay.
as well. And then the next ingredient is in the dressing is a lemon.
A lemon.
Lemon
okay.
juice from fresh lemon. We're gonna make that in here.
I see this is coating up nicely. You want to get these
Yes.
all coated, right?
Oh yes, everything has to have some. Every piece has to have a little bit of dressing.
A little
on
bit
it,
of dressing
yes.
on it, right?
So we're gonna do that, and then this has two.
So you have the lemon juice, fresh lemon juice.
Yes, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce, yeah.
And then the anchovies. You cannot
Oh,
have
anchovies.
cannot have
You're
Caesar
right.
salad, Lindsay, without
The anchovies,
So
right.
we're gonna put some anchovies in there, and a little bit of fresh pepper, and
Oh, yeah.
then. A little bit of salt, not a lot.
A little bit of salt?
Yeah, not a lot of salt.
No,
I
not.
don't.
Well, the
use a lot of
anchovies are
salt.
salty.
Yeah.
They are very salty.
So we're gonna put that in now.
And put that
that's
in
the
there
last, the last of the wet ingredients.
Okay.
With
Boy,
that.
this looks good. Just as I remember it. Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
And then after the wet ingredients get tossed in.
Oh, I'll toss them in a little bit better.
Sure. Then we
Yeah.
add some. This is Parmesan cheese.
You shredded it up, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
It's been shredded. So
Okay.
we're
Hope this
just
is
gonna
good.
add some Parmesan.
Wow.
So
Boy.
half a cup of Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, that's healthy
And,
too.
yeah. And
Look at the green color, pretty, isn't it?
yes, yes. And then the last thing I
Yes.
usually add, so they don't get water soaked or
all right.
dressing soaked, is the I add the croutons.
Okay.
So then we toss the croutons in. The croutons, I make the croutons with I take a baguette,
Yes.
usually French bread, and chop them and put them in a frying pan with olive oil. on
Oh,
the
that's how
stove.
you do it?
That's how I do my.
Boy,
my
they look
croutons.
nice. So you know
so
they're fresh,
yeah,
homemade,
so-
right?
yeah.
Very
So-
nice. Well, it's beautiful.
That is the
Yes.
Caesar salad.
Right. Great. Beautiful. Right. So what will we have next?
Our next recipe is going to be the main dish,
Yes.
and it will be pasta with tomatoes and chickpeas.
Oh, good. I like chickpeas. Very good.
Chickpeas are healthy.
So we'll be right back. So welcome back, and here we have our finished product. Boy, that is colorful, isn't it? Oh, wow. And it's from your cookbook here, and here's a picture of it with the recipe. Looks nice, huh?
Yes. Pasta.
Okay, now I have
with
some water
tomatoes.
boiling here
Yeah, we're gonna
for the
start
pasta.
the water. Start the pasta.
You have some salt in there?
Yes, we'll put,
I'll put a little more salt in.
and,
Okay.
we'll put a little more. Calls for half a cup. I mean half a box.
Oh, half a box,
Uh-huh.
okay.
So that's about 2 cups for those of you who don't do this very often. But,
Okay.
and then while the pasta cooks, we will do some
So we'll be right
chopping.
back, but I want to show them this is what kind of pasta you use, right? You like this?
Barilla is the
Yeah.
very best
Is it?
brand of store-bought pasta. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes,
So
very
now
good.
you have something to tell us about.
And yes, I have some facts about pasta that I'd like to share with your viewers.
Okay.
It's believed that pasta was introduced to North America by the English colonists
Oh,
that
yeah?
settled the U.S. And the average American eats about 20 pounds of
Really?
pasta per person per year.
Oh,
so
my.
that makes pasta the sixth highest food in the U.S. per
Really?
capita.
Wow.
And we're going to use tomatoes for this recipe. And tomatoes were first recorded as being grown in North America in 1710.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
And probably they were introduced to the U.S. From the Caribbean.
Oh, yes?
And tomatoes contain lycopene, which is one of the most powerful natural antioxidants. And there was a study done in England that revealed that tomatoes protect against sunburn.
Oh, that's good to know,
And
especially with summer coming on.
Yes, and they keep your skin looking youthful.
Oh,
so
we need that.
eat tomatoes when you can. And then this recipe also has garbanzo beans,
Yes.
chickpeas, which were originated in the Middle East,
Yes.
where records show them being eaten as far back as 7,000 years ago.
Wow.
They were first cultivated in the Mediterranean area about 3,000 years ago. That's 1,000 years before Christ. So, they do not lose their nutritional value in the canning process.
Oh, that's good to know.
So you can use
Yes,
them
I
canned
do use
or
that, yeah.
fresh, you know. So, and they're high in fiber and high in protein. A lot of vegetarians use
Yes, they do, yeah.
garbanzo beans, chickpeas, because they're high in protein.
I make hummus with them all the time
Yes,
at home.
hummus is wonderful.
love it.
It's a great product with, you know, tahini and
Yes,
chickpeas. So
You have a recipe in your book with hummus, right?
with the hummus, yes, very simple recipe
Yes,
for hummus
that's
in the
good.
cookbook. So,
Okay,
yep.
so we'll let our pasta cook and we'll be right back.
Okay.
So our pasta is done. Boy, it looks good. I'll bring it over the sink then and I'll drain it for us.
Okay.
Here, that didn't take long.
And we have some tomatoes
There
that
we
we
are.
have chopped. We're going to finish chopping our tomatoes.
Okay,
And
then I'll put it in this nice bowl for us.
okay,
Okay,
bowl was a gift from my
so you're cutting up some
tomatoes.
tomatoes. What kind of tomatoes you like to use?
I like the Romas.
You do? Why is
yes,
that?
I do. They have fewer seeds,
Oh, is that right?
and they're just
yeah,
better.
that's good.
Better in most of the things that
Boy,
I
pasta
like.
looks good.
Yeah, we're going to use a little bit of olive oil.
So this dish, you like to serve it warm?
Yes, I don't. The sauce is no cook, so you
Oh.
can just when the pasta is done,
Right.
you can basically put it together.
Ah, so that's easy to do.
So we're gonna put that in, and then
Okay.
we're gonna put in some tomatoes.
We chop them up.
Yeah. And put the
Oh,
tomatoes
yeah,
in.
not a nice tomatoes. They're in season
There's
now.
a pound of tomatoes here. So it's a lot of tomatoes for our dish.
This is another healthy, easy
And
dish
then-
to make. Very
yeah,
easy.
Yeah, and then we stir it around, and we put the
And they've been drained.
chickpeas that have been drained and rinsed. Yes, you like to rinse the chickpeas because
Okay. For the salt, get the salt off?
Yes.
But you could buy them in the can, no salt.
Yes, you can.
I've gotten
That's
those, are
true.
good, yeah.
So then we're going to put a little bit of salt in.
We don't like to use much salt. Boy, looking good already.
And then we're going to put some dried oregano.
Oregano. That's good.
And some pepper.
So where'd you get this recipe from? From the family recipe?
This is, no, this is one of the ones I picked up along the way as I was cooking. There's a book that's called No Cook Pasta Sauces.
Oh,
it's
that's
really,
it.
really good book. So, okay, we're going to put some Pecorino Romano cheese. This
Oh,
is
it's
not
a combination.
Yeah, this is not the same thing as Parmesan.
Oh,
This
I
is
see.
Romano
That's
cheese.
better that way, huh?
And then we're
That's
going to
grated.
put some.
Oh, that's good. Some greens, huh?
Then we're going to put a little bit of basil, fresh basil.
Oh, fresh basil, yeah. You said it's from your yard?
Yes,
Great.
we grow all these.
You do?
Yes, all of
Fantastic.
these fresh herbs.
Good.
And makes everything taste better when you
I'm
have
sure it
fresh. We're going to put a little bit of parsley in it.
Boy, it smells good. Parsley, I like that.
Makes it pretty too. Parsley
The color
makes it
there.
pretty.
Looks like a nice recipe for this time of year.
And
And there we
gonna
are.
do it.
That's
That's
it.
gonna do it.
Okay.
And the basil. Did I put basil in?
Basil.
That's good.
That's it? Okay. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Now it's time for tip of the day.
Well, Lindsay, we used fresh basil and fresh parsley in
Yes.
our pasta dish here, and I'd like to tell your viewers a little bit about how to store it. You can buy or grow fresh basil, and you can put it in a baggie and with a little bit of water and
Oh,
keep
yes?
it in the refrigerator. It'll keep for days.
Really?
And weeks, yes.
Great.
And over the winter, if you have fresh basil, you can freeze it. It freezes very well in a little ice cube tray, and you can keep it frozen all winter, use it all winter long.
Good tip. We're in the dining area now with our easy dinner menu, and Diana, review what you made first today.
Yes, we started with the mushroom soup. I like to use the button mushrooms with my soup, and it's got a few ingredients, button mushrooms and evaporated milk. You can use either evaporated milk or cream, and chicken broth.
And you can have it even cool for the summer months.
Yes, it can be eaten either warm or cold.
Yeah. And our salad.
And our Caesar salad, we started with our Caesar salad, and it was romaine lettuce with homemade croutons and Parmesan cheese and
your special dressing.
our special dressing.
Which is in the book.
book. All of the recipes are in the book.
And our pasta.
And the pasta is with tomatoes and chickpeas, and it has a lot of fresh parsley and basil, and it has olive oil. It's very healthy to eat, and that also can be eaten either warm or
Cold.
cold.
So I'm going to try my mushroom soup. Oh, so good, Diana. It is. Wow. I like the mushrooms. You're right, the button mushrooms have a very nice taste in the soup.
Mushrooms are very healthy.
Yes.
They're
We told our viewers about that today.
low calorie and very
So I'll put up your information now, and so we'll know how to get in touch with you. And there's your phone number, 703-768-4264. And there's your website. And I'll put up my website because these recipes are available on my website. And that's chefsrecipes.org. Yes. So
if anyone wants to buy my book, they can
how
contact.
would they do that?
They could contact me at that telephone number or that email.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
it's a
if
very
any of
good
your
cookbook.
viewers
Yes,
are
nice
interested
pictures and
in
everything. Right. There's your phone number.
buying a copy of the
Right.
book.
So you're going to write a second book now?
I'm thinking about it.
You should, right. This one was so good.
This
yeah.
one has over 250
Does it?
recipes
Wow,
in it.
a
So
small
yes,
book. Yeah.
yes,
Well, we're waiting now for a second one.
yeah, so
And this also has some desserts in it. Is that right?
yes, it does. It's a full cookbook. It starts with appetizers, has some appetizers in it, and has, you know, chicken recipes and meat and vegetables. There are a lot of good vegetable recipes in it. A whole section on pasta and rice.
Really? Yeah. Well, you
And,
said pasta is so
yeah.
popular in this country.
And it's got a lot of chilled soups in it.
Oh, really? For this time of year?
Great for the summertime.
All
Just
sounds
great.
good. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Well, thank you, Lindsay, for having me.
It's been a delight.
So.
And remember, until next time, good eating.